So 3, 2, 1. And I think we're probably live. So welcome to Ditch the Diet and Face the Feelings. Tonight we are talking about being powerful or powerless in relation to our diets, our choices, our lifestyles, exercise, how we are doing, me doing me. So I wanted to start off introducing myself. I'm Beth Gray. I am an MBIT coach, which is multiple brains, talking about head, heart, gut, and autonomic nervous system, and how all of our body has intelligence centers. While this is obviously the massive computer, it is not the only center of intelligence. And so when we listen to our gut feeling, when we honor our stomach saying, I'm full, okay? When we listen to our heart and our heart's desires, and we're living in an authentic, aligned space, life just gets better. So Sandra, I know you've got some challenges going on in your Facebook group this week. How would you feel about letting us know about your Facebook group, inviting people to join it, and telling us what you've got going on?
Sure. I'm Sandra. I'm a eating psychology coach. I help women beat their battle with their diet, get off that dieting roller coaster, making peace with their plate. We dive deep into why the weight's there and what's really going on. This week I've got a challenge going on in my Facebook group, Body Wisdom, the Psychology of Beyond Dieting, and you can find me there most days. The challenge this week, we're talking about exercise, and especially on those hip flexor muscles, because we sit so many hours behind this stinking computer and we don't move enough. So I thought this was an awesome time to throw that in.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's, next week I'm not sure what we'll do. There's something new every week going on.
Fantastic. How about you, Michael?
I am just in
Short
learning
introduction.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm just battling a little head cold, and other than that, I'm in learning mode.
Yeah, and you're in learning mode, and this from a man who is already got a degree in fitness and health, and you're just continuing to learn in coaching and that. So it's not that you're just in learning mode starting, you're in learning mode well down the track. The same as Sandra, who is already, and she always forgets to say, she's already a nurse. So it's not that she's new at what health is. She's just approaching it now from another angle.
Yep.
So today we're talking about feeling powerful or powerless, whether that be in our bodies, whether that be a physical condition. I mean, like, I can say from my experience, feeling powerless when I got diagnosed with celiac and not taking the stance of there's something I can do about this. Of feeling that the diagnosis was, that's what it is, you have to live with it because that's what the doctor said. As opposed to, how would I choose to live with this and what am I going to do to live this the best way possible? And I know for me, it wasn't until I started taking responsibility for that health of, have I tried everything I know? And if not, why am I sitting here complaining? Why am I saying that I'm sick and I can't do anything if there's things that I know I could be doing and I'm not doing them?
I can instead of I can't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think too that when we look at it, I saw it so many years in the nursing field where docs hand out let's use cancer, for example. Docs hand out the cancer diagnosis. And on one hand, you've got clients going, I'm going to beat this. It's not getting the better of me. And then on this hand, you've got the clients going, well, the doc said I've only got 6 months, so I've only got 6 months. So they give away their power to the disease rather than looking at what can we do to make the last 6 months the best possible thing that we possibly can. I've seen clients come into the community with stage 4, given a week to a month to live. And by changing the attitude, changing their diet, go back to the cancer clinic and have no signs of cancer. And I've seen that happen more than once.
Of course. And then they sit there and go, well, oh, it must be a mistake. It must have been a misdiagnosis.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Meanwhile, not realizing that energy plays a big deal in outcome.
Absolutely.
If you just give up, think there's nothing else that can be done, that's not a good way to go, because you've just given up your power.
Absolutely. And something I heard on Sunday was that, they say there's only a 1% chance of survival, but who says you're not that 1%?
Exactly.
They're statistics. Which one do you choose to be?
Yep.
And I know people who have done the chemotherapy, they've done the radiation, they've done that, and they've come out the other side stronger and better and healthier because of mindset work. And I've seen others totally destroyed. I've seen some people that have gone, oh no, I'm going completely alternative with the mindset work, come out the other side. And some that have gone the alternative and still crumbled, because it's the whole being. There's things that we have to release and let go of. They say that, bitterness eats us up inside. There's certain emotions that are not going to encourage healing in our tissue, in our muscles, in our bones.
No, they'll compound it and make it worse.
Absolutely. But being powerful is about saying, I'm going to choose how I live, and emotionally choose, not just my thoughts, not just my actions, but I'm going to choose my emotions.
I just read something the other day, and I probably got the number of years wrong, but it was on gratitude, that if you did gratitude practice every day consistently, that you will increase your lifespan by at least 2 years. Go figure. Who the heck would have thought, by writing down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for, you all of a sudden, each day, all of a sudden, you're going to increase your lifespan. Hey, if that's what it takes for me to get to 100, I'll do it. Because that's what I'll do.
Yeah. But I mean, even like you've got groups like the Heart Math Project, where they're studying the heart and the neurology of the heart. And they've even done studies on how anger or gratitude and appreciation affect the heart. And if you look at the pattern or the sequence of the heart when you're angry versus that sequence when you're in appreciation, which is taking gratitude that one step further. Gratitude is, I'm thankful for my car. Appreciation is, I'm thankful for my car because. Okay. And taking it that step further. And they say that the sine wave of that A normal sine wave of anger, which we consider to be a very strong emotion, takes it up to about 150. Appreciation takes it up over 700.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can live in that state of appreciation, and appreciation is also something that has a very balanced wave. You know, it's not spiking. It's in a rhythmic balance. And of course, I'm sure that's better and easier for the heart.
I watched a show today on dealing with energy and how we radiate it through movement.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if we're talking about power, it can be something that's concentrating, like say yoga or Tai Chi. It doesn't need to be powerlifting to feel
Right.
power. So as long as we have that ability to focus on our bodies and the movement, we are generating power within ourselves, which we then radiate through our thoughts. And it turns our body into a temple of health.
Yes.
And as long as we are working on everything else, sleep,
Yes.
food intake, the quality of food, the quantity of food, and moving, you know, the definition of power is the ability or capacity to perform or act effectively. That's it. Act effectively. Be as effective as a human being as you can. You know, we're not looking for the Hulk. We're looking for just feel good. Work on your muscle movement, on your range of motion, and you will feel so much better, and you'll just project that.
And I mean, I remember, well before Isabella was born, I was doing a lot of the 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. And I loved his exercise routine because there was days where literally I would do 10 minutes and 5 segments of 2 minutes. But it was 10 minutes of exercise that I was focused on. And it was really focused exercise of I'm going to fit in 2 minutes here and it's going to be great exercise. And it's very intentional. When these 2 minutes are done, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. And I'm just going to keep on working. But knowing you got your blood pumping, you did the movement, you got the stretching, you got power in there. And even on the days where I felt like, oh, I'm not, I don't have time for a workout. When you're focused on doing that and doing it well and intentionally, you don't feel like, oh man, I didn't hit the gym today. It was awesome. Right. 10 minutes.
Yeah, because you did something.
Yeah.
Yep. And like Sandra said, there's so much sitting today. Yeah. I had a desk job for about 2 years, and it about killed me. Man, my sleep was horrible. I felt groggy throughout the day. It really was awful. But I had a choice to get out of it, which I did. That's not always the case. So there's got to be some kind of an offset. Otherwise, your health will deteriorate. Yeah. It just will.
And I know a lot of people, that walk to the vending machine, that walk to the cafeteria for a coffee. They get out of the chair because their body is asking for movement. And they get accustomed to or going for the cigarette or going for the coffee or the soda or the snack, when what their body was asking for was movement. So they would, if they had just gone to the cafeteria and walked back to their desk again, their body would have been perfectly satisfied.
Yep. And that's the mindset to get into, is take it to the positive side.
Yeah.
If you think, okay, I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs, and I mean, who cares? Do some squats. Well,
That's what I used to do. I mean, that was the
Absolutely.
whole Tim Ferriss idea was, do 2 minutes of squats. Try and do 40 squats, and that's it. You're done. But you do 40 squats. Well done.
Make some circles with your arms. Move your hips around. Just take it to that positive place where, if you're not going to get out after work and walk a mile, do what you can during the day. And just think up. Think that you're moving, you're healing yourself, even though you may have to sit all day.
Yeah.
I think too that there's a lot of things that we can do. I have a program on yoga being done in the chair.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yes.
It works. It really
does.
does.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
And yes, am I in great shape? No. Not as good as I was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'll be back there again.
Exactly. Are you getting better?
By doing and looking ahead rather than what's on behind me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I read a post today from another group, and it was a young girl, large amount of weight.
Yeah.
And she says that she can't get to the gym because of the snow in her area.
Right.
And she's and you read the post and it's going like, I hate my body. I hate the fact that I can't exercise. I hate.
Right.
And I'm going, a perfect conversation for tonight because of what we're talking about. And our thoughts when we go down this road makes us powerless.
Yeah.
And then what happens to the body? We increase the stress, the cortisol. Our blood pressure goes up. Our body's saying, screw you. We're not losing any weight because...
Well, not only that, when we need protection, what do? We pad ourselves with more fat.
Exactly.
Either I need more muscle or more fat, and which one's easier to get?
Well, more fat. More fat's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And we do, as women, if you really dived into what's actually really going on with her, where has all this started? It didn't start last year.
No.
It started years and years and years and years ago. There have been issues, maybe, that she has no clue of what's going on. It could be something that happened when she was 3, 4, 5 years old.
Oh yeah. I mean, it could be so simple. I mean, like my dad, when he was a kid, got called Lucky Legs because he had these little matchstick legs, and everybody said they were lucky. He was lucky they didn't snap off and break. They were so skinny. And I remember him joking and laughing about that. And I looked at my primary school photos. And if you just go along looking at the legs, you could tell which legs were mine. They were the tiny, skinny little stick legs, in the back row, because I was growing so fast. I was not maintaining body mass to keep up with that growth. I mean, obviously, it wasn't that I was malnourished. I was just going up so quickly. The body wasn't putting on enough weight to keep up with that. And if I hadn't known about my dad and all those jokes, when people told me skinny, I might have felt bad. But Dad was really great about inculcating in us of you're really going to be happy about this later. When you're older, you're going to be so happy to have been the skinniest kid. And he was like, you know, if you're full, if your stomach's full, you stop there. I lost that when I got celiac. Because I was one of those ones that I could just pack away food and nothing ever happened. You know, I ate when I was hungry. I could forget to eat. And then, oh my gosh, I'm starving, and eat till I was full and walk away and absolutely fine. But, you know, after celiac, I went through that whole thing of starvation, of, oh my God, you know, something's wrong, and I would use more food and eat more food to try and get rid of that feeling. And so I'd have a constantly full, constantly bloated feeling, and I would eat more to get rid of the feeling of being bloated.
Which only added to the issue.
Well, of course, okay. And it's not until you start really paying attention to how do I feel? How does my body feel? What does my body need? And reclaiming that power. And, you know, start making really conscious decisions of this is what I want to feel like in my body. It wasn't about this is what I want to look like. This is how I want to feel. I changed my sleep patterns, like Mike said. You know, I started taking care of sleeping. It became a priority. I started taking care of eating. Yeah. Eating became a priority. I am going to eat at regular intervals, and I'm going to eat when I'm hungry till I'm full, or not full, till I'm at that bliss point, not full. I don't want to feel stuffed anymore.
Yep.
Okay. And when I retook that control of I am going to decide, the food is not deciding for me. Other people are not deciding for me. I will show up to a party having already eaten if the party's too late. Yep. I don't care. You know?
And it's because you have learned some of the very basic principles of self-care, the self-love, taking your own power back for your health.
Absolutely.
And that's something, and I don't know, as a chronic dieter, chronic yo-yo dieter, I can tell you right now, the worst darn thing on this planet is going on a friggin' diet.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But what do we hear inside?
But you know what, I mean, like, if you think about a diet, you've just given your power of choice to a total stranger that wrote this diet, that came up with this. Okay. If you're lucky, you gave the power to the nutritionist that you actually know, you know, and you meet with once every 2 weeks. Okay. In the best of cases, you know who the person is that you've given your power to.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is that you've handed over your power, and then you sit there and you go, well, I can't do this. I can't make good choices for myself. I don't know what full feels like. I have to measure my food because I'm no longer in touch with my body.
But I can write you meal plans all day.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think meal plans are a problem. I think they're a great thing. I used to do meal plans all the time. It made grocery shopping really easy.
It's a tool.
It's a tool.
It's a tool.
The problem is, exactly. The problem is that then you hand over all your power to that, and it has to be this.
Right.
That's all that can't be.
Yep.
You know.
And then somewhere along the line, you give up your power of listening to your body because you're so focused on following a regimen.
Absolutely. And you're busy following those rules.
Yep. Yep.
Well, and the rules really make you powerless.
Absolutely. And then the problem is that when you finish the diet and you stop the diet, you don't know what to do.
No, not a clue.
No.
You've
Absolutely not.
lost that ability to make choices for yourself and to make good choices for yourself.
I think more than that too, though, is you lose the innate power that your body has, your innate body wisdom
Yeah.
to say, you can have this. This is okay. You've lost that. The diets really do make you a very powerless person for your own health and your own body wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like I've even found with Isabella, you know, I'll serve her dessert together with dinner and let her choose what order she eats in. And I'll watch her eat dessert and then eat the broccoli and then eat the meat. And then she might, if she still has room, eat the rice or the potatoes or whatever. And I don't care. I'm perfectly happy to allow her at 5 years old. I know what I put on the plate.
Sure.
Yeah.
She can choose how much, and she can choose in what order. And this is not, you have to eat your veggies in order to get, because what I don't want her to do is to learn that you eat everything, you're full, and then on top of that, you eat dessert.
But you get your reward.
Yes.
And
was just
I
gonna say.
don't want her to learn that.
Yeah.
You know, we went through a stage where every meal she wanted French toast with ice cream.
Wow.
It
I'm coming
lasted
to your
2
house.
days. It lasted 2 days. On day 3, I said, do you want French toast with ice cream? She's like, no.
Awesome.
And I was like, cool. But I was willing to see how long that would take,
Sure.
because I wasn't going to say, no, you can't have that.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
the minute you say that, I can't have that.
Exactly.
Already, the innate thing is going.
I'm already
But I really
losing
want
the
that.
battle. I'm already losing the battle.
Yeah.
You know? And so like I will literally put on her plate, you know, cucumber sticks and tomato slices and other things, and just leave her there the smorgasbord of let's see what she eats. And when you come back, she's eaten a bit of all of it.
Yeah. Somehow as adults we lose that.
Yes.
We lose what it feels like to be satiated, and knowing that because we have these items on our plate. I was raised this way. Clean your plate.
Oh, I was too.
If you take it, you eat it.
Yeah.
It's that really messes things up. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I did that with my boys too. But thank God they're all like pretty trim. So and their relationship with food's pretty good. But I think as adults, for whatever reason, sometimes we just lose that whole eating slow, listening to your body, letting your stomach and brain connect. And
make a decision together, as opposed to just the brain saying, I have to have this. I mean, I was talking to a coaching client today about, you know, she said, you know, when I'm full and then I go back and I want more. And I was like, well, what's that about? And, you know, she sat in silence for a while and she's like, it's about instability, about, you know, I'm not feeling safe. Wow. And I was like, okay, well, I want you to do something. I want you to check in with your heart. Does your heart feel loving towards you? And she's like, yes. I was like, okay, so I want you to go down into your gut. Do you feel the courage in your belly? Do you feel safety in your belly? And she's like, yes. And I was like, well, you know, you're not going to find security in your head. That's not where it resides in our body. So when you're looking for stability and you're looking up here, you're not going to get it. got to go down and connect with your heart, connect with your gut, and then you'll be full. And so that was where we ended our coaching session today of, would you, when you want to go back for more, because you're feeling that anxiety or that instability, you just go back down into your heart, into your gut, and connect with your safe. Connect with your loved. And is that enough? Because you're replacing that with food.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful thing when she could see that that's what she was doing.
That's great. Yep. When somebody has that ability to recognize that in themselves and take that power back, that's a pretty big deal.
And you know, when that's what we can do, that's amazing.
Yeah. That's when we move forward.
Yeah.
And we get to be better tomorrow than we are today.
Well, guys, thank you so much. We have, as always, run over time. And it's time for me to get Little Miss Five off to bed now. No, you cannot put the cat on the video.
Oh, but Mom, please.
Yeah. Anyway, so thank you both. This has been wonderful. And thank you at Nourish for watching with us, and hope that you are all feeling empowered, and that, you know, when you need that power, remember to go down, to dig deep within yourself for it. Have a great night. Thank you both so much, Mike and Sandra. This has been amazing as always, and can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
All right.
Thanks, Beth. Bye now.